What happens whenever life breaks you apart? And this is a question of purpose. That if anyone wants to be successful in life, they must ask this particular question. How do I know when life breaks me apart? What happens when life breaks me apart? What are those signs that you can see to determine that life has broken you apart? In today's modern world, it is absolutely difficult to mention the name of God in a public gathering, which in itself is something that continues to pollute our world. And most people today are going by their own way of life. Some no longer regard God, and many others are forming their own religions, and the world is just changing dramatically. But what we need to understand is that life has a formula. God has given us dominion and power. And this power that we have as human beings first begins with our actions. Because the actions we take have the potential to negatively or positively affect the consequences that are followed by the actions we take. When God created man in the Garden of Eden, He did something special. And that was, He decided, after making Adam, to put someone in the Garden of Eden with Adam. And that was the woman, that was Eve. God said something special. That is, man cannot be alone. I must give him a friend, a helper, a companion to be there with him. God placed Adam in the garden and gave him authority to take care of everything that was ever made. And God placed Eve alongside Adam to be a helper. God had given instruction to Adam earlier that of all these things in this garden, you are not to touch the tree that is in the middle, and that is the tree of knowledge of good and of evil. The day you touch this tree, the day you eat of this tree, you will surely die. And men did not listen to God. When Eve was tempted by the serpent, by the devil, because of her immense desire to gain knowledge, to be more than God, she did not consult with Adam, but she followed the wisdom of the serpent, the foolishness of the serpent that once seemed a wisdom to Eve. And Eve ate of the tree God told them not to eat. After that, Eve did not stop there. She took that food, the very fruit that God had told them not to eat. She gave it to Adam, and Adam ate, and when he ate, the both realized that their eyes were open and they hid themselves from God. God is no longer a friend. God has now become an enemy to Adam and Eve. Now God comes down in a cool evening and is asking, Adam, where are you? And Adam is saying, Lord, I heard your voice and I hid from you. And God follows that with a second question. Adam, have you eaten of the tree I told you not? And Adam could not say anything because he had disobeyed God. The only thing that Adam could utter was that the woman you put here with me gave me the fruit and I ate. And the woman also said, the serpent gave me the fruit. The serpent was the one that tempted me and I ate. And man who became a companion, a best friend to God, had now turned to be an enemy. What happens when life breaks you apart? When life is breaking you apart, all your friends will turn away. All your friends will conspire against you. And there will be no one to stay. There was this particular day when I decided to walk on the road. And I got on the road and started to listen around to see anyone that will help me cross the other side of the street. And I kept asking, but everyone was busy running about their busy lives. And I could not find anyone. Suddenly I heard the voice of a friend, a guy walking, and asked, say, can I help you? And I said, well, yes, you want to help me? Can you give me your shoulder? And he decided to do that. And he asked me, can you remember who's this? And I said, well, yes, maybe. And he asked me, can you call my name? I said, well, I remember we were longtime friends. And I actually could not remember though. And he decided to call his name. I said, well, yes, I am your friend. And I can help you cross. And I walked with him and we crossed the street. And that day was a moment that I started to reflect. When everyone was running about their busy lives, someone was there to help, a friend. When life is breaking you apart, all of your friends will leave. No one will be there to stay. When life is breaking you apart, people will conspire against you. That is exactly what happened. And if you have no friend, absolutely, it means that life has broken you apart. Luckily, we have a companion, we have a friend. The same friend who walked to me and asked when everyone was running about their busy lives and no one could care to listen to help me cross. This friend who said to me, I am your friend. Can you remember? I will help you cross. Here is my shoulder. The same friend is still around today for you and for me. and that friend is God. God has given his shoulder to the human race by sending Jesus, who died on the cross of Calvary to redeem us from all of our transgressions. God has redeemed us because he is a friend to us. The very day that Adam and Eve had conspired against God by finding out the knowledge, the good that God was hiding from them, after they were tempted by the devil to disobey God and did not find out any reason why they disobeyed him, God then had a second thought, and that thought was to send Jesus, that would be the shoulder of the human race. That when we lean on him, our lives and our problems are instantly solved. There are many others today that are asking the question of who will help me cross, like I did in my life. At that particular moment when I needed to cross, when I stood by the road asking for the help of people who were passing by to help me cross, and everyone was passing and no one could ever care, could ever look back, and instantly I saw this friend who gave his shoulder. And if you are passing through life's challenges today, you must be reminded that you are not alone. There are many others who are asking this question. They want a friend who will help them cross. Who is around you in your life that is helping to build you up? Or who is around you in your life that is helping to bring you down? And if you have a bunch of friends that are trying to tear you apart, they will tear you apart and they will break your life apart. Tearing you apart may be different. When people tear you apart, they talk about your integrity. What you are not able to do, what you are able to do, they are concerned. But when people conspire to break your life apart, it means that they are ready to finish you for good. And Adam and Eve had an